All right, what's up, guys? So Devin here. Quick shout out to Shaka Bra Food Truck here in Salem. If you guys haven't had a chance, go check out my boy Jake. He makes the absolute best Hawaiian food anywhere in the Northwest. And I'll put my money up against that. I've been to a lot of Hawaiian places. There might be some little spot I don't know about, but for the majority, from Oregon to Washington, down probably to California, I'm telling you right now, he's got the best spot. So go check him out. If you're here in Salem, if you ever pass through Salem, make sure you go check them out. So today is Sunday. It is my load day. I am 2 meals in. First meal was quite the spread: pancakes, waffles, sausage, eggs, cheese, scramble. So I had that, just wrapped up some teriyaki chicken and noodles with a Cliff Bar, and I got some other things planned, but the purpose of this video today, I want to talk about, on the topic of food, what to expect after your show. Now, it's very important that you have a plan. We're 3 weeks out right now. I've been through the bad on after show binging, and I've been through the good on what to do after a show. So number one, if you are working with a coach, make sure you have a plan set up on what you're going to do after the show. For a lot of people, you've been food deprived, quote unquote, for the last 12, 16, 22 weeks, whatever the case may be. And, you know, I'm sure the first thing you want to do when you get off stage is eat an entire box of donuts, a pizza, whatever the case may be. But step number one is absolutely important. Make sure that you and your coach have a plan. Here's what happened to me. We had no plan. I got off stage, I ate a box of Pop-Tarts. Cool. Probably could have ended with that. Nope, somebody brought cupcakes. I ate 6 of them. Then on the way home, I was hungry because I hadn't really had any real food. So we stopped at Carl's Jr. I had a burger and some fries. All right, cool. I think I had a Quest bar on the way home. It was like a 2.5 hour drive. Get home, go to sleep, wake up the next day, had pancakes, waffles, you name it, had it. Pretty much ate whatever I wanted for 2 to 3 days straight. All the candy that I had been compiling, oh, I can't wait to eat that. Oh, somebody gave me this, gotta have it. Needless to say, in about a week, I blew up probably 30 pounds. Now, a lot of that is water. However, a lot of it wasn't. I went back to my regular eating routine. When everything was said and done, I was still up probably 10 pounds. And this happens to a lot of competitors. So have a plan. Make sure that you and your coach are on the same page. Now, number 2 is what I recommend. You get done with the show, have a treat or two, right? You want a donut or two, a couple of donuts, whatever, you're fine. Eat some donuts. If there's a big meal that you've been craving, go enjoy. Enjoy one big meal, right? So have your burger and fries with a milkshake and maybe a donut with it, okay. You wake up the next morning, yeah, have a big breakfast. Maybe one more meal that day, but then get back to it. What you don't want to do is just get into a gluttonous binge of where you're eating all of this food that you've been stockpiling or that you've been thinking about. So pick a couple of things. You know, the night of the show, boom, have a really good meal, have a good breakfast, have a good lunch, and then get back into your regular eating, get back into your regular routine, and you won't have any issues. This can be a very big health problem. Things like edema, so when I blew up, I had all of my joints were swollen, my ankles, everything. It was just full of fluid. It's not comfortable. So you guys want to make sure you don't do that. The next thing is, if you are planning on doing more than one show, which I highly recommend. If you're prepping for a show right now and this is your first show, if you can afford it, because we all understand this is an expensive sport or hobby, do 2 shows. If there's a show a week or 2 after the show that you're planning on doing, do it, because you just worked your ass off for 16, 18, 20 weeks. You're only going to be on stage for about 5 minutes tops. So, and you're probably not going to feel like it was your best showing, even if it was good. We always feel like we can do better. So I always say use the first show kind of as your warm up, or, you know, to kind of get the nerves out. And then the second show is where you want to absolutely nail it. But more than that, plan on doing 2 shows, because you're working your ass off for 5 minutes of fame. So if you can duplicate that and do it again, then great. So here's what I recommend. If you have another show, again, meal after the show, 2 meals in the morning, back at it. If you don't have another show, this is where it's important to work with your coach on whether you are going to be reverse dieting which is what I do with some of my clients. Typically what I'll do is every week I reduce their cardio. Generally it starts off in half, and then I reduce it 5 to 10 minute increments each week. If they've been having a cheat meal or 2 cheat meals, I usually keep those in, and then we just slowly start adding more food in. I'm not a firm believer of doing a reverse diet that's 3 to 6 months. Usually we get it done in about a month, month and a half. I'm adding 50 to 100 grams of carbs. We're adding slowly into proteins and fats, and it just allows your body to come back up. Now, some people don't need it. Some people can jump right back into, close to what they were bulking at. You don't want to go all the way and just start throwing food in. But I'm a firm believer that by slowly adding food, or by adding food in over time, it allows your body to process and actually utilize it. One of the quickest ways to absolutely kill your insulin sensitivity is to go from eating about 150 grams of carbs a week to 300 or 400. It doesn't work unless you are a genetic phenomenon, which if that's the case, you do you. But for the most part, most people are not that. So step it up, slowly reduce your cardio. I'm a year-round cardio person myself. I think that it's good for heart health. It also helps with insulin sensitivity. So again, I'll usually walk my clients down to about 15 to 20 minutes a day. And then usually if they're doing 5 or 6 days, we'll drop that down to about 4. So just my thoughts. And again, the number one thing that I want you all to take away from this is please, please, please do not binge eat after the show. Plan for a couple of things and then do that and move on. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you next time.